Alright, audio check. Alright, sounds like we're good. Oakley dokley, girls and blokeleys. Hello and good evening. It is a boy named Sue. Coming at you live straight from Baked Potato. Back with my first playthrough of Disco Elysium. Just like the title says, we're gonna be putting off going to confront Ruby tonight. We're gonna be doing other things. We need to procrastinate at the very least until 10 o'clock this current night so that we can meet people and recover our lost gun, hopefully. So I feel like that would be useful for whatever happens during the Ruby confrontation and then afterwards, you know? Last time we just finished singing karaoke. That was really fun. That was definitely a highlight. Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, we can go and find the boy. We can talk to Gart while we're at the Whirling the Rags right now. That'll be good. Also, I should probably change my clothes. I was just wearing the jacket and everything else to boost. I forget even what I was trying to boost, but one of the stats.
Ah, smallest church in Saint-Saëns, right?
The cafeteria manager is waiting for you to acknowledge that he recognized the song. So we're still talking about the karaoke I did last time I was playing. Okay. Told you I'd rock that shit.
It was all right. Subdued. I might start letting people up there again. Now, what can I do for you?
Oh, can we not talk to him about the... It's like literally tells me to come talk to you.
Was there something you needed? Another thing. Great. I love those.
Okay. What if I told you I got into the back room behind the blue steel door?
Okay, well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He controls his excitement
It
well.
takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you gonna ask me what was back there?
Okay, what is back there?
That's fucking hilarious. Nothing. The black gaping maw at the end of time. I don't know why I was trying to pronounce that like that. Pinball machines, a pinball workshop.
I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why? Do you want to play? Because I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He appears to be making a calculation
He
in his
was
head.
wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make off one.
If you're thinking of selling those pinball machines, I want a fat cut. C-suite shit. I'm a disruptor.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm not planning to sell them. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. Sounds like he cares about the place. He's not going to be overjoyed to hear that it's part of the doomed commercial area. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
I'm not gonna snitch on Klaasje. I have to warn you, I may have discovered that the whirling is part of the doomed commercial
What?
area.
Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
He looks mildly startled.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Wait, so you know of the curse?
Everyone knows of it.
The whirling is listed on the intercom outside as one of the businesses in Building B. You should get your wiring fixed. I tried to call and couldn't reach
I've been
you.
working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the whirling.
The whirling was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade, which failed. But perhaps the whirling will escape
Does
the
this
curse.
look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework, these high ceilings, the nice rooms, well, most of the rooms.
He makes a sweeping gesture. No, you've got a really nice place
For
here, Gart.
14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost.
He steadies his
He's
voice.
done a fine job too. Though he's spoken of the place dismissively before, the hostel is actually very important to him.
You really care about the whirling, huh?
Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, especially for this neighborhood. I've been trying to keep it that way, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area.
Aha! So you admit
Yes,
it.
your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion.
Who owns this place?
Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Honestly, I think some money laundering might be involved.
Sorry, I had to sneeze. Who named it Whirling in Rags?
Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song.
A song?
Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea. You're whirling in rags, you're vast and you're sad.
Good pick.
I like that. What about those other cafeterias you
What
manage?
about them? One is a basement dive frequented by chain-smoking communists. I can't tell you how sick I am of Kraz Mazov and Ignis Nielsen and all those old ghosts.
He's hesitating, not sure if he should share this information with you. Encourage him.
And the others?
The other is a kebab cart. It's very successful in its way, but it's nothing like the whirling.
Well, good luck to you with this place.
Luck has
then.
got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help. So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment, can we, wrap it up?
There's a peephole in the wall.
What wall?
Upstairs in the secret back room, right next to Classier's bedroom. I found it when I found the pinball
I'll have it
machines.
fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
What a shame to fix such a good peephole.
What the fuck? This game's fucking unhinged, man. Alright, you've been notified.
Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else about the establishment? I hope not. Yes?
Alright, bye-bye. Alright, let's take a look. I am hitting the wrong buttons. +1 logic with that. It's not that great. Sharp eye with visual calculus and spirit decor. I like either this or this. Or no, not this. I like either this or the commander's jacket. It's a fun little trench coat. What bonuses does that give us? I love the soundtrack to this game. +1 empathy. I thought my empathy was already high, but I guess not. Okay, put that dress shirt on. We gotta put the horrific necktie back on. For sure. I kind of like the frog visor. I'm not gonna lie with. If it wasn't for the necktie talking to us, I would wear this. Because that's got like +1 volition too. Whatever. Sorry, taking too long, I know. I like those glasses more. Okay, I think we might be done fucking around in the menu. Yeah. I like our drip now. Alright, it's getting late. 7 o'clock. We've got 3 more endgame hours until we meet people for our gun. So I guess let's go find this boy. Where's it at? Will it show me on the map? I wonder. I forget exactly where it is, but I want to say it's over this way. I'm probably not gonna have time to do chill stream next week, by the way. And by probably, I mean I'm definitely not gonna have time on Sunday, but I might have time on Monday. Sunday I'm going to the Ren Fair with my lady. I'm super duper excited about it. And then the day before that, we're actually going to a wedding as well. So no Souls Like Saturday this upcoming week either. But that just means I'll get to savor my Lies of P experience a little bit longer, you know? Having a great time in that game. I got to pet the cat last night, so my life is now complete. I want to say the boy could be up here. No? I wanted to say it was on this part of the coast at the very least. Was it over by the wreck of my car? Hmm. Maybe we should go that way and check by the car really quick. Sorry, I know I wander around and get stuck on shit too often when I'm playing this game. It's probably boring as fuck to watch, but I still have an awesome time playing this game. It's definitely the most unique game that I've played all year. I don't know what I was expecting out of it, but not what I got, and I'm not complaining about it. It has surpassed all of my expectations. It's just a great game. Like, I haven't even finished it, and I already know that, like, it's gonna be a game that I replay every once in a while. Maybe once a year, maybe a little bit more than that. Meaning, like, maybe a little bit longer than a year in between playthroughs, but either way, I know that I'm gonna come back to this. There's just so much to love about it. I kind of feel like maybe I'm going the right way. Possibly. No? West of the boardwalk on the coast. Somewhere in the reeds. Okay, so that's like over by where we met the cryptozoologists. Okay, so this way. I know where I'm going now. I should have just read to begin with, but I'm too stupid to do that. Alright, I think I found it.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds. At first, it just looks like trash. But if you look closer...
That over there. Must be the boy class you told us about. The one she hid her passport in. We should take a look.
Cold, air, tendons. Snapped the cords, keeping the boy in place. A little longer, and it would be floating somewhere out in the open sea.
What?
Moves across the water, leaving no traces. You're cold again, as always.
Yeah, but who or what is
Splendor.
this? We're lucky it's still here. A little longer and it would have floated
Indeed.
away.
Let's see what's inside.
Damn, I felt really strange right now. No further response. All his concentration is on the contraption. Pick up the
The
boy.
boy is not tied to anything. The cords dangling from the bottom really have been torn or cut. You lift it out of the water easily, noticing how light it is.
Examine the plastic
The number
ball.
11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for very long. but it's already discolored and slimy with silt. A latch holds it close, but only just barely. The brittle metal of the latch has cracked.
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
Give it a little
There's
shake.
something in there, splashing around.
Give it a little
It
sniff.
smells like you would expect it to smell. A concentrated version of the coast. Salt, industrial slop, and decay. And
Yummy.
just a dash of hard liquor. Yum. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. Actually, smells a little salty.
Open
A
the
shot
boy.
glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
Well, damn.
No documents. Who do you think took
I
them?
have no idea.
Lieutenant taps his foot, frowning. This is a minor quirk. We know what was in the boy anyway.
Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope.
We must have been Classia's enemies, which means she's in
Could be.
danger.
We should keep an eye out. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
Alright, let it be. Well, I mean, I don't know what else we really have to do. Yeah, there's not a whole lot that I have going on besides, waiting for the meetup for my gun. I guess we can stop by the church really quick. And, I don't know if I can retry those. I don't think that I can. There's two different dialogues with, some of the people there. There's one with Noid and one with, oh, what's her name? Adele? No.
Hardcock.
Estelle. Yeah, but I can't retry it, and I don't have a point to level it up.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Same with that. Bummer.
Oh, the god of dance is back! I'm dancing with... Goodbye, officer.
Anybody have anything new to say?
Yes, what is it?
Good morning! Yeah!
Guess I can walk over here to see if Crabman comes down or anything. Well, we're just never gonna see him again. I'm just trying to leave. There you go. Okay. I guess we'll walk back over to, Whirling, even though we were just there. And, we'll talk to Claudia and see what she has to say about the situation. I know that's not her name. And, I gotta be honest, she told us her real name last time. I've already forgotten. Isn't that awful? It's not because I don't care. It's because I'm stupid. I have short-term memory loss. So you have anything new to say?
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Okay, we can do something with that. Let's change our clothes. Let's boost conceptualization in any way possible. Wow, there doesn't seem to be a lot of ways of boosting that, huh? At least not with the equipment that I have. We can boost it with the white satin shirt. Does anything that I have decrease it? No. That's good. That's good. I guess let's you can smoke a cigarette and that'll do something.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yeah. But what is
Excellent
art?
question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world?
Have you looked in the mirror lately? To be honest, you have the exact features of the modern artist, with that wild hair and those clothes. Perhaps you should try to write poetry someday and critique architecture.
Hold on, is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism, box drawing, masturbation with a ruler and a sextant or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
What the fuck? What about music? Is
Only
that art?
the most experimental kind.
I guess I have been feeling critical
Yes,
lately.
you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all
Quit
that?
being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Alright, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Okay.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Alright, that definitely increased our chances. Hit him with our best verse.
Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
She broke me. She fucking broke
That's
me.
brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
No, Tommy, these are my rhymes. Listen. She fucked me till I bled.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
I will never be the same again. She's always there. Fuck the case. Fuck everything. Total
yeah.
do.
Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a murder investigation to return to. How about we do that?
Alright, bye. Well, we need to level up conceptualization again whenever we try to talk to Noid again to pass that check. So whenever we level it up, we'll try to do that again. Oh man, that's funny. Alright, we're gonna buy some items really quick. So I'm gonna be cheeky and get us back to the full on everything.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
Alright. It's probably unnecessary, but I don't care. Can I sing karaoke again? No. I don't blame them. Could only handle it one time too. It was so epic.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
She leans back against the railing. I found your boy. It was empty. Just seawater.
Oh,
Did you take the documents?
no, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
I'm afraid you may be in danger.
Yes, I am. Regardless of who took the documents. It was probably just an accident. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably just washed away.
The words, washed away, sound distant and strange suddenly. Somewhere far away, a dog barks.
Oh yeah? Weird. No, I don't want to look at the window. Okay, let's take a look. Are there any white checks that we can redo? Sleeping dock worker. Well, we can't redo that one, obviously. Looks like there's a couple different ones we can try.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, 58% chance. That's not bad. Let's try.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall. An ordinary wall.
Well,
Why
again,
must
whenever we
stop
level
to
that
look
up
at this
again.
wall every time we pass by?
Because I want to, Kim. Okay. Map wall. I don't remember what that is. Hear
The
sound
door
of
is
running
closed.
water,
You
someone's
hear someone
washing
inside.
dishes.
Walk.
And we know who's there. It's Gary. Whatever his name was. Cryptozoologists. Can I go into the bookstore still? So there was a check that we had to pass up the shelf of crime novels, which I want to say that that's up here.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
Is there a way to increase our reaction speed? I want to say that I've already done what I can. Because I want to say that our trench coat increases that. Are there any items? Okay. I guess we could do some speed.
Shelves full of biographies.
Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic. What? Why is it not letting me take the speed? Hit the wrong button again. Weird. Why is it not letting me do it when it was in my left hand?
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity.
What do we have here? Mistaken
A
identity.
worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak
Could
to
it
me?
be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
No, it's got to be something
Perhaps
else.
you're drawn to the dark and noirish atmosphere.
No, that's
Is
not
it
it either.
because the smoking dame in the slinky red dress on the cover is giving you a hard-on?
What? No, that's not what's
Yes,
happening.
it is. The bulge in your pants is embarrassingly obvious. Relax. It's not that bad. Also, this means your blood flow is returning to normal.
The fuck?
Good news, really.
Something the matter, detective?
Nope, all good here.
The lieutenant nods. You think you detect the faintest trace of a grin on his face, but you can't say for certain.
I want to buy this Dick Mullen novel.
Of course. Such violence and immorality. I mean, enjoy.
Okay. Gotta interact
In your
with them now.
hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle...
Hold on. I didn't read it. I didn't read the description. Another Dick Mullen book that woefully misrepresents the nature of police work. In this one, our detective returns from a trip after having successfully solved one case, only to embark on another. Does he finally face the taxing nature of his occupation? No. He doesn't even look like a normal officer of the law.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
Examine
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are two silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise nicely. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which he is a suspect.
Are you really reading that, detective?
I really need to know who this Dick Mullen
Good
guy
luck
is.
finding it. He's not much of a character, I think you'll find. Just a stand-in for the reader.
The point is for the reader to feel like they're solving the crime along with Dick Mullen. A crude narrative convention, but no less effective for it.
Start reading.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night. Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vesper to a small town along the Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights. An extremely unprofessional and hurtful stereotype that's offensive to all upstanding officers of the law, but also extremely accurate in your case.
Hey, I'm trying at
Are
least.
you, though?
Look, I
2
can't
days
judge.
later, Mullen is arrested by the Vesper police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vesper police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his innocence.
the cops released their prime murder suspect so he can find the real killer? Are you shitting me?
What's the matter, detective?
Lieutenant turns to you with a start. I don't know who's writing this shit, but I get the feeling they aren't they aren't experts on homicide investigations.
The lieutenant shrugs, resigned to the idea that his profession will rarely, if ever, be accurately represented in art and literature. They're not shitting you, detective. This is what the writers think passes for police procedure.
Okay, so Mullen didn't do it.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana Deneuve.
Now it's getting interesting.
Deneuve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
Tell me about the corrupt police captain.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring. He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
I want to hear about the politician's
A
son.
typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
What was that about an art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Diana Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Alright, let's get on
One
with that.
evening, Diana Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink
Time's
half a
been
bottle
going
of
by
vodka,
very
and
quickly.
soon they're seeking
It was just
comfort
7
in
o'clock.
each other's arms. Yes, comfort and pleasure. The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet lips. Well, that testimony won't be admissible any longer.
How does Mullen expect to solve the murder if he's sleeping with the witnesses?
The man's a prosecutor's nightmare. Solving a murder counts for nothing if all the evidence gets thrown out in court over police misconduct. That's just Dick Mullen's modus operandi. He might bend the rules, but he closes cases like no one else can.
I'm not sure I'm happy with this, but maybe the story will turn it
As
around.
the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Diana Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. I love you." The name of the true killer. Always aim for the center of mass. Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly. When
Fuck.
Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed next to him. To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood. Mullen
fuck.
trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. Fleeing a crime scene, destroying evidence. Even if Detective Mullen didn't commit the murder, he should be facing years behind bars. Dick Mullen won't be sent to the clink for the sake of some legal niceties. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in? What is it,
I've
Detective?
got some questions first. Why does everyone close to Dick Mullen
It's a
wind up
dangerous
dead?
line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never
Gotta
lets
hurry this
anyone
up.
get
It's getting close
too
to the time
close.
that we need to meet about our gun
What's
already.
the matter? Afraid you've been hacking up your friends' bodies in the night? Have you gone over everyone? Is anybody missing?
Why did Dick Mullen become a detective in the first
There was
place?
never a time when he wasn't a detective. He was born a detective.
Was I not born a
For
detective?
a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. From nowhere, you hear the screech of sneakers on a waxed floor, and you feel the burn of rope against your hands. Are these figments of some other life? You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Why bother solving crimes when the world is so
Is it
evil?
really so evil, Detective?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking
Then
evil.
why are you still here?
Because I don't want to let Ken
Just
down.
make sure you don't lose him. You'll not find another like him. It's true in more ways than you know. But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp garbage made to be consumed and discarded. So,
All right.
who did it, Detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
Love Dead Man.
What? That doesn't even make sense. There's never a straight answer with you, is there? You just get hooked on random stupid notions and then repeat them every chance you get. Now go on. Find out who really did it. You begin
Finish the book.
furiously flipping through pages. Even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes, you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. They're gone. Dozens of pages scatter across the floor. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Stupid old horse glue.
Yes. The problem with mass-market paperbacks. They are not made to last. Perhaps this is a sign that you should get back to solving your own murder, huh, Detective?
Don't forget, it could have been the delirium tremens. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
That is fucking hilarious. In your hand, you hold 4/5. Mullen's mistaken identity. Alright. I guess it's time to go down to the dock? Is that where it was? Near the old fish market. Walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Alright, what do we think that we're gonna need? We're just gonna go ahead and there's only 2 more uses left to the Pyrrolodon. There's only 2 more uses left to my alcohol, or my wine too, though. I don't know what kind of checks we're gonna have to pass, you know what I mean? Okay, how come time was going by so quickly 2 seconds ago? Now that we're walking down this way, it hasn't moved at all. Do I not understand the way time works in this game? It's possible that I don't understand the way that time works in this game. I thought it just moved around when we were walking around before, right?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Is there any way for us to level up our suggestion? Oh, there we go. Spiffy ourselves up a little bit. We could also do the same thing with that naval coat, but that also reduces something by 1. Okay, so the only thing that we could do is put the jacket on. And then I guess we could take a little bit of the Pyrrolidon as well. But we should do that after... Yeah, we should do that after we talk to the people about the gun, because then we can send... I want Kim there for that part. But then afterwards we can just, we can just send Kim home for the night and then talk to her, you know? That'll give us a better chance.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
Man, this whole thing is a takeover.
Takeover?
He's told me so in his own words. He's taking it. He'll also use the drug trade to finance the harbor.
Taking it?
She looks toward the colorful mountain of crates like toy blocks rising above
Green
Martinez.
livery, changing into red, blot by blot. Like a cancer of the blood, metastasizing.
Then we're talking about a war. Everett needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this.
The war is their goal. I told you before, Everett has always wanted this to escalate.
An insane goal. Cronell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship. The one after that, 100.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West. It will take more than Cronell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
What do you suggest I do?
First, will this affect your decision-making process?
Everything affects the decision-making process, Detective.
Officer?
Look on the lieutenant's face conveys uncertainty. He doesn't even sound angry.
For once, I don't seem to know what the right thing to do is.
I wish there was a disco option.
I'm afraid we won't disco our way out of this one.
The workers should have the harbor.
Do you think it's within my authority to give it to them? Do you think I can control the board and the shell-shocked mercenaries they've sent?
So what are you gonna do?
What will I do?
She says, slowly looking around.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown?
You said you would, one day.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years. The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death. The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds.
8? Is that a normal number?
It was anything but normal. There was no precedent. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry.
Called Volta do Mar, or Return from the Sea.
The 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute, slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor. There are rain circles on water all around. Humidity crawls up your back like a piano trill.
Put your hand in
So
the rain.
does the lieutenant. His mouth is slightly open as he looks to the sky. The droplets feel warm, like spring rain.
This
The
ocean?
phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious, as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands in the Insulindian archipelago, officer. The freckled face of God.
She smiles.
You've thought it a million times.
After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the Pale. After the Pale, the world
A total
again.
shift in human comprehension of reality. On the second day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lysergique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen. 4 years later, the Queen's Counselor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
Great Skua was the first bird they
The
saw.
first living, autonomous organism. Proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune.
I seem to have it in for it. Were it for me, I broke
In
one.
your defense, it is a nasty creature who plucks food from the throats of lesser birds. Yet much like Revachol, it is also magnificent. And rare. Imagine the suzerain of seagulls.
There was a sting in your heart at the mention before, when she said its name.
Leaving us here.
On Caillou. The Pebble. The largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago. 4 centuries and 2 revolutions later,
This was the last break we
the
got.
nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us, or had done to each other. But here, there was no one but the Skua, the Liliat Seya, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain.
What happened?
Revolution. Poverty. And the mercurial rise of capitalism.
It's raining.
It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
She pulls the hood over her head.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
Lieutenant keeps his hand in the rain. What will you do?
I will take your advice, Lieutenant Chiefrater. I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
I thought it was not within your means.
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen.
She takes the end in her rain-slick hand and starts untying the knot.
The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez. If you handle the situation on the ground.
You're going now?
Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
We? She generally avoids that term with her employers.
There are no employers. She's a member of the board. Probably a partner.
You are the Wild Pines. There are no employers.
You are the citizens' militia. There are no superiors.
She turns to you, rope in hand. What? Of course I have superiors.
That's right, Detective. And next time, you should confer with them before you go setting events in motion.
Despite his words, he's not really sure whether to be annoyed with you or not.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Events are already in motion. Whether your actions accelerated or momentarily retarded their progress, even the lieutenant cannot really say.
Even after all this time, I still don't really understand who you are or what your angle is.
I have not deceived you. I showed you who I was. Rejoice Layton.
You're going now. Okay, we already said that. And understood.
Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Crenell's investigation?
The confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties.
When will they make their move? Where?
Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information. One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane. I know, because I, too, am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich.
Isn't everybody a little insane?
No, Detective. No one's as insane as you.
Don't worry, Madame. I am very sane.
You're over-radiated?
I'm overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the Pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing, and I've got it bad.
She points to her heart.
She would die to return to it. The pale, the past, anything one can return to.
How do you keep your shit together?
The same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Islary travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Goodbye, Rejoice. Goodbye, Rejoice Layton.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering. With worry in his eyes, he does not know if it was the right thing to do, but he doesn't say anything. You wonder what Everard has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
I don't know if it was the right thing to do either. I'm just doing my best, you know? Alright, we're gonna be wrapping it up soon. But I'm at least gonna try to see if we can get through this meeting with the people about the gun. Where are we supposed to go? Near the old fish market at 10 o'clock. Is that down here? Or is it actually up on the boardwalk over there?
Put your hands where I can see them.
The aging woman under a mountain of police paraphernalia mumbles to herself, then notices you and reaches for the
Show me
megaphone.
your hands. This is the pigs. Show me your hands. Right now! Show me your hands! Right now!
Scavenged, battery-powered police lights protrude from her back. The flickering light show reveals a gun in her shaking hand. Her hand is trembling from some sort of neurodegenerative disease.
Madame, please drop the firearm immediately.
Oh,
You
shit.
shouldn't be here. Something's very wrong with her. She's completely out of control.
Raise your
The man
hands.
appears to be pulling out an object from his pocket. Fear under threat! Fear under threat! Superseding event. Split-second decision. Get on the ground! Get on the goddamn ground!
Ma'am, we just want to talk with
Subject
you.
yourself to a full body cavity search. Prohibited materials concealed in nostrils, ears, mouth, navel, urethra, foreskin, vagina, and rectum.
In her mind, the cavity search is happening, as long as she's saying it. It appears the things she says are very real to her.
Be careful, detective. Don't do anything that might set her off.
Oh, no. We can solve this peacefully. Please lower the
Officer
weapon.
in need of assistance! Suspect
Ma'am, please. We want to help you, but you need to lower that weapon.
Let's just talk, alright?
Disturbance reported. Authorized deadly force. Sector, take the shot! Big red key! Big red key!
Big red key? That's code for the battering ram. Cop talk. You know this. What happened to make her like this? Loneliness. Yes, sure, but also in a less abstract way. The neurodegenerative disease I mentioned earlier.
Please identify yourself,
It's
man.
the goddamn police, shitbag! Hug the pavement! You're under arrest!
As she waves her hands, you notice familiar-looking ampoules and packets sticking out of the mountain of police gear on her back. Medicine? Or drugs? Magnesium, Dramamine, maybe even speed. My God, she has speed on her. What else?
Shut up, brain. We're here to help. Tell us what's wrong.
The woman looks at you.
What's
but
gone is what I was
through
about
you,
to say. Wow.
like you don't exist. Her eyes gleam feverishly, and the rotating police beacon lights reveal deep scratch marks on her cheeks. Sometimes when things get very bad, it's good to remind yourself that you have a body by scratching it.
This is the police! Unlawful engagement! Hands on the ground! Scumbag!
So this is what the weather's like on the other end of a cop's gun.
I hear you, ma'am. Look. Hands going on the ground.
Fascinating.
Lieutenant's eyes stay fixed on the woman and her gun. He studies them closely, then mumbles.
See? This is what happens when we are not around.
Oh, no. Are you on drugs?
Confiscated contraband! Restricted access! 2 kilos missing! Eyewitness report compromised!
I don't think she's on drugs. Being off drugs might actually be the problem here.
You're not the police. We're the police.
Back up! Back up! Back up! Status unconfirmed!
Yeah, back her up. Right up against those boxes and do some sex healing.
I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Stop. For the love of God, don't.
Lieutenant W. Freighter Harrier Dubois, 41st Precinct. This is my partner, Lieutenant Kitsuragi from the 57th.
No. I thought Mr. Moran... Gareth! Aggravated assault! Man down! Officers in pursuit!
What's the situation, officer?
Law enforcement compromised! Impersonating a police officer!
We really are cops. Look, my badge.
License and registration! License and registration! Come in, dispatch! Sector! Azimuth!
She's losing it. One twitch and there will be blood.
We can't leave. A delirious civilian is pointing a firearm at us. Your firearm. You need to solve this.
This is not going to end well. Our hand-eye coordination is not leveled up. Night. We're going to put a point into it to try to give us a little bit better of a chance here.
She's frantic, confused,
Fuck.
teetering under all that gear. There's an opening if you just move fast enough. If not, the lieutenant's got her in his sights. Host almighty, don't count on that. You saw the binoclard can't shoot for shit.
No, I know myself. I know I'm gonna fail.
Sure, you're you, but how do we end this? She's not just gonna let you leave.
Oh, fuck. No gun is worth this risk.
Confirm
For a moment there,
I was 80% sure the gun is empty, and still the instinct almost took over.
What is this? This isn't police issue. Police weapons have bullets. This isn't real. Police guns always have bullets. What is this? Why did you sell me this?
She looks devastated. Grab the gun, right now. This might be your only chance.
Pick up the gun.
No one ever cares anymore. Why would they treat me like this?
oh well, we need to figure out what to do with her now.
Nobody's ever around. Nobody ever comes to visit me.
You're not alone. We're all
The
here.
woman stands in front of you, motionless, unresponsive, almost like an inanimate object now. A mountain of police paraphernalia. In there she is alone, trapped in a world of blue and red lights. Her children and their children, if there were any, stopped coming when it got really bad.
This is so sad. What do you think is happening, Dad?
She's in a stupor. I've seen this before. God knows for how long. Could be days when they get like this.
Why was she like this in the first place?
Honestly, I don't know. Dementia, probably. Dementia in Channel 8 and loneliness.
You're probably right. Loneliness.
Yeah, looks like a bad case. But the question is what to do with her right now.
Should we just arrest
I
her?
don't think there's any need for that. In her current state, and without the gun, she isn't really a threat to anyone. We could let Titus know. This is a perfect problem for the local peacekeepers to handle. They might even know her family.
Yeah, Titus sounds like the man for the
Then
job.
we can ask him once we get back to the whirling. But we have to hurry, because it's late and they might have already gone home. But I think we're done here for now. Let's head out. This is done.
Please, leave the radio on.
She mutters. It seems like a reflex. A half-remembered sentence.
Reflex to what? Being left alone. She stands motionless. Just a heap of clothes and flashes now. Maybe if you search her once more.
What?
The woman stands slumped. Is one of those things a police cap? There were narcotics in there too. You're thinking of taking them. Do.
Pick up the RCM
She
file.
doesn't even flinch as you reach out and disentangle the familiar-looking lieutenant's cap from her mountain of RCM paraphernalia.
Oh, is that yours?
It's hard to say. It's been so long since you wore yours.
Maybe. Probably. You
It's
know
your
me.
hat.
Confiscate the narcotics.
You
Wink.
take the vial of Pyrrolidon and the bottle of speed as evidence, obviously. She didn't consume them. She didn't look high. She confiscated them. A little like you are doing now.
You're taking those, are you?
Listen to him, for once.
Fine, you take
Thank
them
you.
then.
I'm doing this to help you. We need to focus on the case.
He's grateful you did this.
Whatever, I still have my own little stash. Leave her be. Okay, I guess we run to the whirling really quick. See if Titus is there. I'm really glad that didn't go bad. I was very, very nervous there for a second that Kim was gonna shoot her or something. Or that she was gonna shoot me and we were gonna get a game over. I don't know. I'm glad nobody got hurt. What's that? She's still out there. I don't think Titus is still gonna be there. Oh, he is. Nice. Titus, help. Why can we not look at him? There we go.
The Copper NATO is back. What do you want?
I never thought that I'd end up liking this guy. There's an old catatonic lady in the old fish market on the other side of the bay. She needs help.
What's that, Copper? You want us to help little old ladies now?
You're local law enforcement, aren't you? Helping troubled civilians should fall under your jurisdiction.
Yeah. We'll send someone out. Who is? Wait. It's the pigs, isn't it?
Yeah.
God. Poor lady. Don't worry. We'll handle this. I think she got some family in Kurong or something. Bastards left her alone when she got sick. We've been getting complaints.
Hey, wasn't Everard's B team looking for her the other day? They said something about her, I don't know, finding something?
Yeah, I think you're right, Gene. She have something of yours, Pig.
Whatever you do, do not admit to these punks you lost your gun. You will suffer if you do.
No, she didn't have anything in mind.
Well, whatever then, Copper.
Titus chugs his beer down and wipes his mouth.
They totally said what it was. What was it? Anyone remember?
I don't remember. I was fucking drunk.
Let me know if you figure it out back there. Now, anything else we can help you with?
What's her name? Her real name?
Auntie LaPlante, we always called her. Something LaPlante.
Marianne, amigo.
Marianne Amigo LaPlante.
Fuck you, Pig. What the fuck you are playing at, huh?
Easy, Al. Don't let him get to you. Have one for Auntie LaPlante, huh?
Don't disrespect Miss LaPlante, Copper. She's good people. We all get a little crazy sometimes.
I wasn't fucking disrespecting her. I was making fun of your friend. Who was she?
Was? Like before. Just an old lady. Her kids moved away years ago. Never come to visit. Never took her calls. She gets out every now and then. She did right by lots of us when we were kids. Always was a little off.
The children kept her together.
How'd she get like this?
Wanted to be a cop, you mean? Well, she... Shit. I don't actually know. Anyone know why she started acting like a pig?
No fucking clue. It's gotta be the crazy. Who'd want to be a pig?
Someone who wanted to set the world right before it ends. Ever
No,
think of that?
I didn't. Because I'm not fucking stupid, Polizonte.
Yeah, Cobb. That's some pretty fucking weird shit to say. The pigs, level weird. But whatever gets you through the day.
Where'd she get all her cop gear?
Dunno. She lives by the water. Shit washes up all the time on the beach.
Police paraphernalia doesn't just wash up on the coast, people. It's not like we dump it at night. She bought it, collected it.
Station 41. A man carries a crate of rusted, unused badges. You think these would net us something at the annual auction? A balding detective drags a comb futilely across his head. Shit, who'd want those? Just dump them into the river.
Jesus Christ. Thanks for helping out with this one, Titus.
No problem, old cop man. We take care of our mentally ill here in Martinez. Ain't that right, boys?
Sure enough, we're the real heroes on these streets.
Okay.
Tremble. The time is now. Ta'ola.
What time?
For the show. For Ta'ola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
What time?
Time for the show.
Okay, Ta'ola?
Ulogu Theodos. Xeno Zausin. Ipoli Osidien. Echondes Fronisin.
When did this countdown begin?
Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
This is because of the insane world-ending shit that I've been saying, isn't
Yes,
it?
you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself.
Am I sure it's not just a joke or some kind of coping mechanism?
It's totally also a coping mechanism.
I'm a little
So
afraid.
you should be. The world island crumbles at your feet, and in the far plain, Palin. Perhaps. Just a thought. This has something to do with the hangover.
I do think that world might end
The
soon.
face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
Okay. All right. We're gonna put on our best clothes. There you go. And the last thing we'll do before we end is go back over across the way and we'll send Kim home for the night and then we'll try to get ourselves a date. Wait, what? Oh, that's lame. We gave Kim all of our drugs? What? I thought it was just gonna be like the ones that we were like getting off the lady. I wouldn't have given him all of my drugs. What? I'm mad at you now, Kim. Probably ruined my chances of getting a date. I have no psych boosting consumables now. Thanks, Ken. It's like you don't even want me to be happy.
It's getting cold, this late in the night. Time to call it a day.
Good night,
night,
Ken.
officer.
Wait, am I wearing the right jacket? Yes. Is there anything else that increases suggestion? Anything at all? No, just the other jacket. Can't wear two jackets. Okay, here goes nothing.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman.
Okay. Where's this going?
I need to be drunk. You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk day.
Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want?
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
Alright, later on. Well, we crashed and burned. I guess we'll sleep through the night and then we'll call it for the day.
It's getting late.
Like, call the stream after, like, sleeping.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest. The place feels almost like home now. Quiet and dignified around you. A new life by the seaside. You're incredibly tired. The darkness and warmth come fast. You're falling asleep.
It's easier this time. Drifting off, your head has found a comfortable indent in the pillow. Your legs and your torso feel like lead weights sinking to the bottom of the sea. Until there's suddenly light.
This respite. You've earned it, brother. Bask in the darkness. Let it swallow you up and swivel you around while you forget everything you've managed to remember.
But I've been bad. I haven't earned
No,
this.
you haven't. You've just been.
Is this the last dream?
No, this is the one before that. We'll just keep cycling it for you if you don't mind. As long as we can. Spin it like black yarn.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you, darkness. Thank you.
You're welcome, Harry boy. You earned it.
Fall into a deep, uninterrupted
After
sleep.
centuries of darkness, the alarm rings. But what's this? You actually feel rested. There's no time to cuddle with your pillow, however, or as much as shiver from the cold. The world awaits.
Go.
All right. Sets us up for the next time we get to play. The next time I'll be able to jump in for a chill stream with Disco Elysium will either be it's probably not going to be tomorrow. I've got a decent amount of things to do tomorrow. So maybe Wednesday afternoon. But if not, then probably like next Monday, something like that. So it's going to be a hot minute. But I'm having a great time with this game. I'm excited and scared for what happens next when we confront Ruby. Which I guess we should be doing that soon. I don't know what else is really on the list of things to do. I guess we could go talk to Everett about what we just did with Joyce. But I don't know. There's not a whole lot on the list of things to do now. I guess we could try find some of these white roles to retry. But there's only so many that we can retry. And we don't have level up points to spend on them, you know what I mean? So we might just have to bite the bullet and just go see Ruby. But the next time I'm definitely going to be on for streaming is going to be Tuesday night. It'll be finishing up Evil Within. We're going to be doing the Executioner DLC. And then Wednesday and Thursday night, we're going to be doing a new game for Late Night Horror Stream. Providing that we actually beat the Executioner all on Tuesday night. If not, then we'll finish up Executioner on Wednesday night and start up the new game on Wednesday. But it'll be Resident Evil 2, the remake. Full disclosure, I have started the game before, but I didn't make it that far, so it's going to be my first full playthrough. And then Friday, we're going to be doing FromSoft Friday, and I could keep on going in Near Elysium or whatever, but I think I might just retread a lot of the ground that we've already covered, just to make sure that we're not missing anything. Because I don't know, I kind of feel like we might be missing stuff. I don't know, I need to talk to my friends who actually know the game better than I do. See if they have any input as to what I should do next. Some spoiler-free input, I should say. But yeah, that's that. If there's anybody lurking in the background, thanks for being here. Maybe I'll see you around sometime. This has been a boy named Sue, coming at you live straight from Baked Potato, and I hope you have a good night. Hey babe, it's good to see you.